What is up, guys? This is Jared Spalding here, and today I'm going to be discussing the silver that you'll want and the silver that you will not want in an economic collapse. So you might be thinking, well, isn't all silver going to be good? I mean, I have, this type of silver or that, and I bought it for an economic collapse because I'm thinking when it happens, I'm going to have some silver on hand. But not all silvers are equal for that situation. You see, there's certain silvers, or certain types of silver, would be the much better way to say that, that will help you, and there are certain types that will actually hurt you. So let me discuss the types that you'll want. First of all, you'll want generic bullion, and that's all this stuff right here. It's very low premium, basically getting as much silver as you can for your dollar. It's like, I guess it depends. The 1 ounce bars have slightly higher premiums than the 5 ounces. But overall, the premiums are very low on them. They really don't cost you too much over their melt value. And so they're a very cheap way to acquire lots of weight in silver. And they also allow you to, be able to barter with people in an economic collapse. You might be able to take this 1 ounce silver bar and go and get, I don't know, whatever it is, your groceries, right? You'll be able to take this 1 ounce bar and get, and get, groceries at your local store because that's all they take it out of silver or gold or whatever it is. However, this stuff is great and all, but in an economic collapse, silver is going to reach its true value. And therefore, something like this might get you more than you need. So you're going to want fractional pieces. However, do not get fractional bullion because the premiums are ridiculous. What you do want is this stuff right here. This is going to be your fractional silver that you're going to need. Everything from something as small as a nickel to as large as these $half are all going to be your fractional pieces that you're going to want to use. It's basically what they serve now. These are the change for a dollar, right? If you give someone $1 but your cost only 50 cents, they might give you 50 cents back. And really, that's what they're still going to be serving as change to your 1 ounce bullion or your 5 ounce bullion. Whatever weight you have, this is going to be serving as the kind of like change. Because of the fact that, let's see, maybe your purchase is you only have a 1 ounce bar, but your purchase is only going to cost a silver $half. Chances are the person, instead of saying, all right, well, let me give you, whatever weight back in silver, they'll just say, well, just get enough groceries where it will cost 1 ounce of silver, and just give me that bar. Because, why would they want to give you silver back? That would be much more inconvenient, and they could have more silver anyway, so they'll just be like, yeah, I'm not going to break that up for you or anything. And you might end up with more groceries than you need, and you'll be wasting your silver. With this, however, you can take in a silver quarter, which is just as easily recognizable as anything else, and, pick up your groceries with this. So let's say you need a few gallons of milk or something. That probably wouldn't be going... That probably would not be a prime example of something you'd be picking up because milk goes bad so quickly, but that's just that's the first thing that came to mind. And whatever it is, though, chances are it's not going to be exactly a 1 ounce of silver, so you might want to figure it out with silver coins, your fractional stuff, because the premiums on this is not going to be nearly as high as premiums on your fractional silver, which personally I got rid of all of mine because of the fact that it was simply a bad investment. And, I used the money that I got from that and some other stuff I had sold to get more silver anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But despite all that, this is going to be the fractional silver that you want in that situation. Now let me give you a few examples of silver that you do not want. Like numismatic bullion. This is going to be stuff that you're not going to want at all because of the fact that it carries a higher premium than your regular silver, but it's only going to be worth its silver melt value. So you're going to be getting less silver for your dollar with this type of stuff. So in an economic collapse, you don't want to have to spend your 1 ounce Philharmonic round because this costs you more than this 1 ounce round would have. The same thing, really, when it gets down to it. There's slightly different dimensions. This one has a different type of rim, but really, they're pretty much the same thing. Both 1 ounce of pure silver in a round shape. This, however, they made way more than this, and this is not backed by the government. This is. so this carries a much higher premium on it. Maybe it's not ridiculous, not nearly as much as this coin does, but still, it's less silver that you're going to be getting for your money, and less time you can survive off of these than you could have if you spent the same money on these, right? And this coin, you especially wouldn't want to spend because this is an extremely expensive coin compared to even these. For 1 ounce of silver, this costs a lot more because it's really rare. It's a 30th anniversary MS-70 PCGS certified first day West Point strike, one of just 2016 of these eagles that were ever made. So definitely not something you'd want to have to spend. The other thing that you don't want to be using is all of this stuff right here. This is going to be insanely, more expensive over its premium, or have an insanely expensive premium over its melt value than your standard just generic bullion or constitutional stuff, due to the fact that this is numismatically valuable as well as being the constitutional. Really, there's not too much of a difference between these two half dollars, other than the fact that this one's only worth anything because of silver. This one right here has its silver, but it also has the MS-63 grade on it as well, which makes it, a little bit more of a desirable coin. And this coin right here is a key date, so again, even though its condition's not great, it's certainly not junk because of the fact that there was very few of them minted, and I paid a lot more than what it is worth in terms of its melt value, so I wouldn't want to have to spend it for melt value, when I could have bought 40 mercury dimes for the price of one of these, and had 40 times more currency in an actual economic collapse, because no one's going to care about key dates anymore. What's that matter when all you really want is just to acquire actual silver? So therefore, definitely this is stuff that you're going to not want in an economic collapse to have to spend. And of course, who says the economic collapse is or isn't going to happen? Nobody can predict the future unless you can control it. If you're that rich that you have some kind of influence on it, but other than that, you don't really know what's going to happen, and therefore, as you can tell, I've invested for every scenario, whether it be flipping coins in the future like these, or an economic collapse, or maybe, silver price bubble, which is what these will also be good for. Anyway, though, that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace, love, and much respect.